from server 73, and in this video we are going to have a deeper look into the water element exclusive artifacts. We will just start right away with Yoshitsune. His skill is doing a Sky Feather is the name. It's shooting 3 arrows in a row, with each arrow inflicting physical damage, a damage rate 4 and 10%, to a random enemy unit. If the target has less than 50% troops, the damage is increased by 50%. Pretty overpowered immortal for a free-to-play spider kill marsh. Let's quickly go deep into the forge for checking his exclusive artifact. I don't know if I have one, to be honest, but no. Okay, let's try to find it. It looks like a double scroll. This one. This is the Yoshitsune exclusive artifact. Sky Feather now shoots 4 arrows. Even better if you have, if you want to use him for like the spider setup, then go for the exclusive artifact. Otherwise, it's not an immortal that you actually really play in water setups for now. Margaret, this is one of the new immortals that was recently released. Inflicts physical damage to an enemy team in the fan-shaped area in front. If the target is affected by the chill effect, the skill will deal an additional physical damage. If the target is affected by the silence effect, the physical damage they deal is reduced by 20%. So it has a pretty good synergy with Dido and together with Attila. Sounds okay, sounds good. Let's check what her exclusive artifact is. Which one could it be? Oh yeah, it's this one. Looks like a trophy with a diamond or something like this. The duration of Winter Passage physical damage decrease effect to enemies is increased to 9 seconds. So it jumps from 6 seconds to 9 seconds. 3 seconds longer is pretty good. If she's one of her main DPS immortals in the back row, go for the exclusive artifact. If you're using like Merlin or Merlin and Dido, this is pretty common, then stick to it. But if you want to test her out because you're a water player, try to get the exclusive artifact. Would be pretty interesting if the 3 seconds is going to make a huge difference. In my opinion, it does. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Attila, one of the best immortals back in the days, until they nerfed him pretty hard. Otherwise, the silence was like proccing for forever. Knocks up all enemy targets within the fan shaped zone before you. I think it means in front of you. And inflicting massive physical damage, and has a 35% chance in the end of reducing the physical defense by 15% and silencing them so they cannot gain energy or use skills for 4 seconds. Sounds pretty good. Let's go into his exclusive artifact. After casting the Wild Corrosion, also reduces physical and magical defense to enemies in the fan-shaped zone in front of you. So also reduces physical and magical defense. There he is. So inflicts massive damage and has a chance to reduce his physical defense and magical defense. This is pretty nice. Works together since he's still one of the immortals that you're going to use in front row. Get his exclusive artifact because it will affect also the damage of Merlin, the only magical damage dealer that they have. Ramses. Ramses is inflicting physical damage on enemy targets directly ahead and disarm them so that their damage decreases by 25% in the end. So has a pretty good disarm. Damage reduction. This is Ramses. The disarm debuff applied by Ramses is 10% more effective. So plus 10%. I think it means the damage reduction it's from 25 jumping up to 35 damage decrease from the disarm. Harald is one of the tank immortals that you can use in the water setup. Inflicts physical damage on a target enemy Row reducing its physical defense by, in the end, 35%, and has a 55% chance of suffocating them, inflicting physical damage on them every 3 seconds for 6 seconds. This is a continuous damage rate, pretty strong, pretty good. But yeah, I don't know if he's still an immortal, since you have this big guy, Ragnar, if you still want to go for him. But let's check out Harald's exclusive artifact. We are going to this one. This is the Glacier Invasion reduces the target's physical defense while reducing their magical defense by 35%. So this is a pretty good synergy together with Attila. Both are reducing physical and magical defense. Pretty good. Could work together for sure. So if you're planning to keep going with him, go also for the exclusive artifacts. Merlin, one of the best immortals. As you can see, I didn't really play water in since I'm playing the game, but I like him very much because he's one of the immortals that crits pretty high still. Deals magical damage to all enemies if the target has been chilled. This damage is increased by 50%. I will explain you later when we are going to the other immortals what the chilled means, because this is one of the benefits from water, and some damage immortals like him are benefiting from it. So he has a pretty nice looking exclusive artifact. I like it a lot. Has one of the best designs in my opinion. It's with 2 dragons. This one looks really nice. When Prophecy uses damage, skill deals damage, Merlin recovers 50 energy and 2% of his maximum health. This is pretty good since he is one of the immortal that crits still pretty high, and you want this exclusive artifact with the main stat crit chance and no physical attack, because it's just it's just way better. It doesn't really affect this one because it just means deal damage, but it will be better to deal damage in general. This is why I just mentioned it. Has nothing to do with this exclusive skill, but when you go for this, you want crit chance for sure. So that was Merlin. Now we are coming to the ones that I didn't unlock. I have mentioned already Dido a couple of times. Dido is the only support immortal that water has. She grants a frost armor to all allies for 9 seconds. Frost armor increases physical defense and has a 35% chance of inflicting chill, and this is the most important thing, on the attacker when receiving a normal attack, reducing their attack speed by 20%. Pretty good. It's just giving armor and it's applying the chill effect and it's reducing the attack speed. That sounds pretty good. Let's jump into her exclusive artifact. I think it's this one. After casting Divine, Zorainty, something like this, this is her skill, our team's resilience is increased by 10%. So Resil is good, it's just the Resil rate is the rate that, the more Resil you have, the lower the damage of critical hits is. So this is how it counts. I mean, water is countering fire. Fire is the only Mars that really hits a lot of crits. You can go for it since you play water and you have your main water, or your main Mars is water Mars or water element. Then go for it, because this will give you a better chance to fight the fire teams for sure. Now last but not, no, that's not the last one. This is another one. It's a new one, but we're going to Ragnar first. Causes physical damage to enemies. This is another defense immortal. Oh wait, I think I was wrong. Harald is an attack immortal, but shield man. Sorry, this is the only tank that you can have. Big difference. Causes physical damage to enemies in an area and also increases the magical damage they receive for 6 seconds. 200% damage rate, but it increased the magical damage by 30%. Very good synergy with Merlin. The duration of the magical damage taken increased debuffs from Frostbite blow is increased to 7.5 seconds, so it just increased the duration of the skill. Looks like from 6 seconds to 7.5 seconds. Pretty good. Go for the exclusive artifact. Also, if you play him, you want to have the physical defense bonus. This is of course a big advantage of him, that he's a tank, a defense tank immortal. Artemisia, I have never seen this immortal since this is pretty new. Also just obtainable in the Hall of Immortals, of course, but also the time limited events. I think it was in the KVK boxes. We can just quickly check rewards. Oh no, she was not in here, but she was. I think there was a time where she was in here, but not anymore. I think they have a rotation in it. Okay, but never mind. I think it's also possible to get her in the KVK boxes. She's another support immortal, so I'm not sure if she would work together with Dido, so you have like a double back row support, but then you will have a lack of damage because they don't have, water doesn't have a high damage dealer in front row. So she creates an Arctic Storm in the enemy area, reducing their physical defense by 30% and applying a chill effect. This is also good. It applies a chill effect, reduces attack speed, also reducing the attack speed by 10%. The storm lasts for 12 seconds. Let's quickly compare. This is reducing the attack speed by 20% and it lasts for 7.5 when you have the exclusive. Oh no, that was not. It was 6 seconds. The exclusive auto was the resile rate increase. So for 6 seconds, 20%, and she's reducing by 10%, but for the double amount of time. Pretty nice. Let's go check her exclusive artifact. Which one could it be? It's probably one of the new ones down here. Arctic Storm additionally grants a 50% chance to reduce enemies' critical damage by 20%. Oh, this is super interesting. This is super interesting. It just adds another stat, like it's also reducing the critical damage you receive by 20%. If you plan to play her, get the exclusive artifact. That sounds pretty good. Reducing the critical damage by 20%, that sounds really nice. Really nice. So, maybe if someone is playing it, maybe you can just hit me up, because I would like to know if it works together with the exclusive artifact. Otherwise, we can also check in the open arena. But yeah, this is everything what I have to say to the exclusive artifacts. Every exclusive artifact in water is very useful. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.